I'm caffeinated. Hi, I'm Grace with Trollord Games, and it's time to break out those favorite fantasy fanfics that you wrote in middle school, because today we're building our first character in Castles and Crusades. In this series, we're diving into each part of the character sheet and getting you familiar with the basics of the game. Today, we're focusing on attribute scores and their modifiers. When creating a character and determining their attribute scores, it's important to have an idea in mind of who and what you want to play. Castles and Crusades offers 13 different classes in their player's handbook and an additional 12 in the adventurer's backpack, and they all have their own unique features and abilities. So take some time to pick a class that seems fun to play, and then flesh out your character's backstory, their personality, their wants, their needs, their fears, their trauma, etc. And keep in mind, there is no wrong way to design a character. Lots of people draw inspiration from their favorite books and movies, and there are plenty of gaming supplements that are available on the market if you're having trouble coming up with ideas. Whatever you choose, make sure that it's a character you'll have fun playing, and one that the rest of your gaming table will enjoy playing alongside. For this example, our player Nick has decided that he wants to play as Grognar, the human fighter from the small town of Havensford. But before Grognar can start his quest, we have to make him first. Once you have your character in mind, you'll have to generate your attribute scores for strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, and charisma. These 6 attributes are the foundation of play. To come up with your attribute scores, you'll need to roll 3 6-sided dice. Add the total that you get together and assign that number to any attribute score you want. You'll be doing this 6 times for each attribute score. And as a note, this is just one of several ways of generating attributes. Your castle keeper might want you to use a different method, so be sure to consult with them before you create your character. You do not want to be on the castle keeper's bad side. After Nick finished rolling, he ends up with these totals, and will assign them based on how he wants to portray and play Grognar. Since Grognar is a fighter, this means that he's required to select strength as one of his primary attributes. Every class has a set primary attribute that can't be changed. And since Grognar is a human, Nick gets to choose 2 additional primary attributes. To learn more about primary and secondary attributes and skill checks in general, go watch our previous video in this series. Since Nick wants Grognar to be durable and capable of weathering threats in and out of combat, he decides to choose Constitution as one of his primary attributes. He also wants Grognar to be a little bit more personable and comfortable in social situations, so he chooses Charisma as his final primary attribute. Looking at the numbers that Nick rolled and having determined which attributes are primary and secondary, he can now confidently assign the numbers he rolled for Grognar. Wanting to be an absolute powerhouse on the battlefield, Nick decides that Strength will be Grognar's best attribute, and is given the 17, followed closely by Constitution with a score of 15. He decides to assign the rest of the scores like this. Keep in mind that there's no rule stating that your highest scores need to be assigned as your primary attributes. There might be advantages to shoring up a low score in one attribute by making it a primary. With our attributes set, we can now find the modifier for each attribute. Put simply, a modifier is a number determined by your attribute score that you add to rolls that you make in the game. These are found in this handy dandy chart on page 14 of the 9th printing of the player's handbook. With our scores set and with our handy modifier table as a reference, we can determine what the modifiers are for each of Grognar's attributes. They look like this. Now let's take a look at the modifiers in action. When Grognar attempts to perform a feat of great athleticism, we'll get to add his strength modifier and his level to the check. Grognar is attempting to leap over a massive chasm. The castle keeper decides to call for a strength check from Grognar. Nick will roll a d20 and add both Grognar's strength modifier plus his level for a total bonus of +3. Nick rolls a 12 on the dice for a total of 15, and successfully leaps over the chasm, avoiding certain death. Let's look at another example. All of this physical activity has left Grognar hungry. He decides to go foraging, and stumbles across a delicious-looking mushroom. The castle keeper decides to call for an intelligence check. What could go wrong? Again, following the same formula as before, Nick rolls a d20 and adds his intelligence modifier as well as his level. In this instance, Nick rolls a 5, subtracts 2 because his intelligence modifier is -2, and adds his level. This brings his total check to a 4. Unfortunately, Grognar was not blessed with an abundance of intelligence. Had he been, he might have realized that the mushroom he just ate was highly poisonous, and perishes a few days later from complete renal failure. With so many dangers and opportunities out in the world for Grognar, it's important to keep in mind his strengths and weaknesses. If you can do that, you're basically guaranteed to live to sea level 2. From all of us here at Troll Games, may your castles be sturdy, your dice favorable, and always remember Rule 19. Rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper, paper beats rock, and fireball beats all of the goblins playing rock, paper, scissors. See you next time. I'm caffeinated. Hi, I'm Grace with Troll Games, and it's time to break out those favorite fantasy fanfics that you wrote in middle school, because today we're building our first character in Castles and Crusades. In this series, we're diving into each part of the character sheet and getting you familiar with the basics of the game. Today, we're focusing on... As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign. Oh. Did we? That's cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils. Hold up. I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign. All right, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job.
Troll Games has been in business since 1999, publishing Swords and Sorcery D20 Karen Gygax, Castles and Crusades. The latter of which
is the most fantastic role-playing game that you would ever, like... What the fuck? It's true.
Troll Games has been in business since 1999, publishing Swords and Sorcery D20 Karen.
There's somewhere we need to go. It's been shrouded for so long, there won't be any path for us to follow. The only person who knew the way is gone. But in my dreams, I swear, I've seen it. The mist-shrouded hills, the forgotten halls, the dungeon that never ends. It's like we've been there before, like this story is already a part of ours, like it's waiting for us, at the edge of our imagination. That is where our journey begins.
Troll Lord Games. Join the fray.
Are we live, Chuck?
And we're live.
We are live.
Roll us in, Chuck. This is your stream, man. Own it.
One moment.
What the hell, bro?
Come on, bro.
I gotta put.
What the hell, bro?
Did you just
Bro.
say, bro?
Jesus,
Jesus
he
Christ!
just called you bro.
Hell yeah, he did.
I can't think of Dakota's name right now.
I feel like I just took psychic damage hearing
Right?
that coming out of his
Right?
mouth.
What's up,
Hell
everybody?
yeah, he did.
It's good to see everybody. We are here to hang out with you guys for the next little bit. We do have a giveaway going on in the chat. You'd have to come over here to Troll Lord Games on twitch.tv and give us a follow, extra support raffle to join to enter in to get that code. And I guess we've lost one person already. Great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
Dude, Jeremy?
So we can make it a stretch reward with alone that I never say that word again. Is that?
It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't roll off the tongue natural for you. It really doesn't.
It does.
It
You
does
think it
feel
does?
weird.
No, I
Yeah.
think it does. I think it was eloquently executed, and it should be said many, many more
So
times.
this is what happens when you're within arm's reach of Stephen Chenault. You will praise him to the end of time. That's what you'll do.
I will say this.
No.
Dakota has. I've
No.
picked up from Dakota the word dumb. Dakota
Dumb?
never says anything like emphatically when he's criticizing something. He goes, "Well, that's just dumb." and it's the coolest insult if you think about it, because whatever that wasn't even worth articulating
Yeah.
some grandiose concept. It's just dumb.
It's-
It's just dumb.
It's
It's great.
I hear you. Troll down. No, good to see everybody. Everybody's rolling in here. All the
Jeremy
regulars
was
are
lost
here.
long ago.
Poor old Jeremy.
What I do?
You were lost long ago, bro.
Right.
But we are here. It is February 13th. This is whatever rambling discussion we're going to be having. What do you call this thing, Chuck?
This
Ask
is the
me
weekly
anything.
troll roundup.
February 13th.
This is where we all try to overtalk Davis. It's always a game show.
Yes.
Look, listen. This is important. Everyone needs to know this. It's Thursday, February 13th.
You messed it up, Davis.
This is Ask Me Anything with Stephen Chenault.
Is that still on the board there?
No. I'm just.
Well, see, Chuck did not put my title up that I requested for today's discussion.
Where's
What
that
was that?
request at?
Is there
I
a
didn't
topic
get that.
today?
Memo.
I had the topic was ABC Demeron.
That's not even what the title. you
Oh my
put
God!
in
I
the
meant
thing
to,
was.
I meant to put that as the damn password.
Was
I forgot
ABC
all about
what?
it.
ABC Darien.
Oh, that's good.
Ask the trolls.
That was very close to being the title of the starter set that we launched yesterday. And Grace crushed it with an iron fist.
Yes, I know. It was like a bonfire of happiness here, and then Grace just like poured water all
Well,
over it.
here's the question, right?
Poor old
Yeah.
Davis.
Would a buyer for distribution see the title ABC Darien and think, I got to pick that up?
Yes, they
they're
would.
gonna-
Any-
They're gonna at least Google it, look it up, and then they're gonna go like, you know
No,
what?
they're
Thank
not.
you, Troll
they, gotta-
Lord.
they,
For
they have a catalog of like
teaching me-
700 things. They're not going to spend the
they
time.
might. I did.
They might.
I never heard that word before. A new word.
Dude, we should have a
ABC
special
Darier's
edition.
close enough.
There you go.
Yeah, so just any distributor of worth would.
Any-
Thank you, Davis. That's right. Davis will defend it.
ABC no good. Yeah, Davis and I, we've been discussing this title for 2 solid days, longer than that, because Jeremy's been pitching them too. And after like 16 hours of this discussion, Davis and I just left the discussion, and we were both very emphatic and excited about this word that no one on earth would know what
You
it means.
It's not a bad title. It's not ideal for what this is, though, I would say. I think you could use that for something else.
It was ideal, man. It was.
Listen, bro.
That's another thing
It was
Steve picked up
perfect.
from me, saying, man.
Of all the ideas ever created by man or beast, in the heavens high and the hells beneath, this idea supersedes them all. It rests upon a star that will shine brightly through eternity.
Except that Grace channeled Dakota, and she said, "Well, that's just dumb." She didn't. I will say, we pitched it, so Davis, Chuck, and I were in the meeting. We're talking about it for like 45 minutes. I said, listen, let's bring Grace in there, get another thought on it.
Can I just say, thank God you thought to do that, because otherwise it would be printing like that.
Yes, no.
Nah, we weren't even
That would
close to
absolutely
making it.
100% be the title. It would 100% be the title had Grace not been in it.
I absolutely wish that we had filmed her face because when we told her, because
Yes.
Grace is always, she's
Super
always
positive.
so positive about everything.
She was like,
And she was trying to be positive, but you could tell her whole was like,
So-
yeah, she's like,
Real
you
quick,
guys.
real quick. We know what we're talking about. They may not.
It
Can you
was
bring us
awesome.
up to speed on what the hell we're talking about?
So for those who don't know what we're yammering on about, Jeremy has written a starter kit for Castles and Saints. David's Jeremy working on it. Jeremy wrote it, and this has long been in the works. Chuck's been wanting it forever. Everybody's been wanting Lala. So we put I gave it some gas last week. I said, let's get this thing moving. We got cover art. It started to come together very, very quickly. Yeah. But we needed to settle on the final titles for the 3 books inside the starter kit and for the starter kit itself. I specifically detest the word starter kit, basic set, beginner's box. I hate it all. So I was trying to just get out of the conversation, but the longer it went on as ideas, Jeremy was throwing me ideas, Chuck's throwing me ideas, then Dave's chucking out ideas. We've been going on with this for days and days and days. That when Everson Darian, what is the damn word I can't remember now?
ABC Darian.
ABC Darian.
I was like, this is it. This is the moment. And I knew when I pitched it to Davis, he was like, yeah, this is it.
Wait, so what did y'all land on as far as
Starter kit?
Starter kit.
Oh, well, it should have been.
Specific-
The original title.
It's like Chevy's new car. The car.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that the other day.
Hey,
That was
there's no
originally what we were
confusion
gonna go
about what
with.
that is, though.
You are correct.
There's no ambiguity
Yes,
about
you
what
are
you're
100%
buying.
You know what
You have
should
something called a
it?
car.
You
Tell
know
him,
what you should
Jeremy.
have called it? You should have called it My First RPG. You should have called it.
Oh no, that's simply just not true.
Yeah. Isn't that who we're marketing it towards, Jeremy? Is people that have never played RPGs before?
Look, we're
Hey,
welcoming
guy
all
that's been playing
comers.
Dungeons and Dragons since the 70s. Here's a baby version of
Look,
Castles
look,
and
we
Crusaders.
can't hold it against them if they've wasted the past 10 years playing 5th edition.
Or
They're looking for
CNC.
something new. You
Somebody
gotta
that's playing
come
CNC
on.
for 15 years.
All comers.
Listen, so Chuck's not participating in this conversation. He's over there working. Let's all stop talking until Chuck joins the conversation.
All right, first question. Let's see.
Here was my other one that Grace crossed this one like right away too. Novitiate. I wanted Novitiate's edition.
Novitiate's a great word.
It's a great word, and it would have been perfect for this.
Is
Anyway.
it like a portmanteau of novice and initiate or something?
All right, Chuck, you have a question for the panel of morons.
Hold on, I'm
answers.
typing in. I'm typing in.
Hey, Chuck, you have about 2 seconds before I start talking.
I'm
You're
just
already
gonna,
talking.
so I'm gonna pin this to the top. That is today's topic. We can discuss words. What we're here for today.
like
We're
words.
talking about words.
Because I got some news that people may not know.
All
I
right,
got some news.
so the first question up is from MJ Cook. MJ, I pre-ordered one of the collector starter sets and did not give me my TLG loyalty points. At this point, not eligible for the points. Through the pre-order system, it's kind of like the Kickstarter thing. I can't do anything about that, MJ, without having to go in and hire somebody to code. So no, we couldn't do that on that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do. There was some other thing else I couldn't do either. But anyway, yeah, that's the only reason why. It's the way the plugin works on the website. Let's see. Next question.
Can you manually enter them in?
You know, you're a funny person. All right,
You can, Davis.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
You
right.
read my mind.
Sit here all night going one.
God bless. All right, let me get back. I've lost my question. Y'all got me off my scheme here. Go ahead, Davis, and ask your thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So interestingly, I came across this snippet in this whole thing that's going on. That there's placeholder dates that the Social Security Service uses, right? If they don't know someone's date of birth or something like that, they have placeholder dates. And I can't figure out what placeholder dates there are, but one of them was actually 1875 for a while. So that if they don't know someone's birthday, it was entered in as 1875. I'm like, what? Why would you do that? I was like, what? Anyway.
All right. I got
No.
you.
What? So Next question up. Fine. When is
What was the next
when is the CNC starter kit going to be released? Eat to Surf asks.
We're hoping by Gary Kahn. It's really down to getting the box made at this point.
It's up to
And
Jeremy.
because
Sorry.
we aren't in control of the actual physical manufacture of the
No.
box. We're kind of at the mercy of those folks. So we're
We
hoping
just
by
bought some big stickers with those on boxes. We already have just sitting around.
there you go.
For
I
all,
think I've
for
got
all- for all the clamshell boxes you don't like.
I've got 13 Castle Zagging boxes. We could just dump the Castle Zagging stuff out.
Oh wow. Let's see. Next one up's from Agile Monk says he's excited about having the starter set. He looks forward to using it with veterans and teaching kids as well. His good friend Martin of Daddy Rolled a One released a CNC Reforged video today. It was excellent. Yep,
I
we
saw that. Yeah.
It's
It's very cool. I saw the beginning of it. I watched it last tonight.
Wait, that released today? I thought I watched this like 3 days ago.
What was it?
I don't know. I mean, we can go. You want to do some research? All right. So
Jeremy's in the pit.
Wait, what was it?
It was a YouTube video reviewing Castles and Crusades.
Got it. Well, I couldn't hear it cut out.
yeah. Vicky Ma has a question. Steve, what's your news?
So I heard this, and I'm looking at it on Deadline. The news is, in the title, the headline reads, Dungeons & Dragons live-action series, The Forgotten Realms, in works at Netflix from Sean Levy, Drew Crivello, and Hasbro. So we make it a live-action Forgotten Realms.
That would be
We
interesting.
already got that. It was the
Didn't
movie. Yeah.
Really?
The movie set in the realms. Yeah.
What was it called? I've never seen that.
The Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Oh.
The new one that just came.
The
out.
one that
I
came
guess
out
it
like
was
2
set
years
in the
ago.
realms.
Sword
That's right.
Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
there's no other fantasy world in Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, there's no other fancy world than the Sword Coast, if you want to be accurate about it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, they're using Greyhawk now, which is an
Nobody,
interesting poll.
nobody in chat cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Everyone's like, whatever.
Yeah.
Look, I said this before, but I'll say it again. We're at a very interesting time. I don't think it's ever happened before, where role-playing games are very, very cool, but Dungeons and Dragons is very not cool. That has
Yeah.
never, ever happened before, and I think that's the case right now. It's weird.
It's a weird place for sure.
Strange.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. I think it may have peaked
Well,
as
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, you're right because it's the box is open now. The millennials, the younger folk, have discovered other RPGs. There's other stuff out there now. It's like a whole brand new Wild West world, you know.
Well, let's not, forget that Wizards of the Coast has worked very hard to wreck their brand and attack their customers. So that's
Oh, yeah.
I
They've
wasn't
been
really
a
gonna-
huge
I wasn't
asset
gonna
to us.
Cast
you know.
any shadow or shade on the stream. Anyway.
Every time they do something, our sales pop. So I guess they're doing something right.
Mustafa forever. That's right. That's hilarious.
they actually worked for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like the latter days of second edition, Shane. Absolutely, it does. Absolutely.
Yeah. It does actually.
That's a weird time.
Yeah.
That's funny too because a whole lot of role-playing games, gained a lot of popularity at that time. The decline of second edition, or at
If you
the
think about it, Davis, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
late 70s, there were tons of role-playing games out there as AD&D was coming out, and then
So
AD&D
many.
comes out and crushes everything.
Yeah.
And the second edition kind of does the same thing. And then and when it dies, tons of stuff comes out. I don't know.
Someone look this up. I'm going to make a claim. It's probably wrong, but someone in the chat correct me. As
We're
I'm
not
sure
going to
you
correct
will.
it, Jeremy. We're
Not
going to
you,
make it
them.
gospel
Um,
truth.
I think there was a period of time where Vampire the Masquerade was outselling Dungeons and Dragons. Is
Yes.
that true?
yes, there was.
Probably.
I think yes.
Because in the 90s, Vampire was super hot, and
And
D&D was not.
they were having their struggles in the 90s.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so here's the thing with pop culture, and I don't really care,
Oh, that's cool.
but it's one of those things that's happened over my lifetime. Is all these monsters and stuff have become cute cuddle toys? You know what I'm talking about? Like the vampires, the mummies. None of them. They're all like they've all been. What did we do to them? What happened culturally that we shifted away from monsters? Oh, I guess I could guess.
Vampires don't sparkle. I think it maybe it's
Mike.
the nature. Maybe it's the nature of the marketing
Right.
process as you're looking for an ever broader market, and you want to appeal to young people, and to do that, you have to appeal.
That's
to
true. You have
parents.
to you have to expand, don't you?
I mean, it may be because even like someone said, whatever plushies, but that made me think of Cthulhu because people used to throw Cthulhu plushies at me. And you remember those days? We would be sitting there, and this Cthulhu plushie would come flying from nowhere and land in the booth. But Cthulhu was made cute and cuddly. Everything's made cute and cuddly, and it's almost.
We should
Anne
make
Rice started that whole thing.
we should make cute and cuddly Steven Davis dolls.
There you go.
Like,
There you go.
okay, so wait. Okay, so I know that there have to be horror fans out there. I am not a horror fan or a slasher fan. I don't
Oh,
do those. Not opposed to them. I don't really care. They just don't do anything for me, right? So I don't keep up on it.
Davis, just
What?
one second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Agile, thank you so much for those gifted subs. We really appreciate that. That's very nice. We'll just turn around and give them right back to the community. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Appreciate it.
So let me ask the audience, okay? Because I have no idea. I have opinions, but they're based on nothing more than me staring at that wall. What is horrifying? What out there is terrifying? I mean, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything outside of like real world or whatever, but I don't want to go there.
Oh, you mean like fiction? What's terrifying?
Yeah, what do we consume like in the
Old age.
the fiction movie space as like terror?
What are we talking about?
Well, the elements like being alone, trapped in space by yourself, that kind of thing, I mean, I'm not so sure that.
Okay, what is replace? Okay, so for example, so this is what I'm getting at. So the vampire has a place in like Western mythology, blah blah blah, and in storytelling is like this monster, this creature that we're.
Oh, you mean like what today are we terrified of? As
Yeah, what today are we terrified of? I don't really know what it is. I really can't say. I don't even have a guess.
I think it's more existential things.
vaccines.
Like
What did you say?
He
Oh
went
my
there.
The
God.
IRS will make it famous.
Ooh, I have a big scary needle.
I
Oh,
think
I don't know. Mythologically, I don't know.
The classics things are still there. People are scared of darkness and what's not in them, what they don't know.
The unknown, right?
Something's
Where is
in
the
darkness.
unknown now? Is it the alone space? Space? Is it? I guess maybe science fiction's on the rise now. I don't know.
There's a lot of horror movies.
The IRS.
I don't know. I don't watch horror movies. That's why I'm asking. I don't.
There's something I've popped up on my feed today on TikTok, an advertisement for something that was they're in a cabin or on a hill or some kind of shit, and they don't know what's coming at them. So it's that whole kind of, what's around the corner type thing. I think that's still very, very.
Sharks.
Ah.
I am.
Watch The Mist.
Sharks. Hell yeah. Sharks.
Well, that's actually a perfect example. The reason we're afraid of sharks is because you're in the water and you can't see more than 12 or 15 feet.
Yeah, so it's unknown
Yeah.
to you. You're right.
and it's unknown, and suddenly there's something underneath.
Suddenly there's a shark there. Yeah.
And there's a powerlessness that comes with that, right? When that vampire grabs you or the werewolf grabs you from the darkness and you're not ready for it, or you were ready and you're still surprised when a shark bites you, there's this powerlessness. You can't fight it. When Sasquatch grabs you, you can't fight it. It's just like it's too
Omega Gamut says he's scared of my wife when she watches QVC. Man, chat's hilarious today.
Yeah,
They're on
there's
fire.
an need to surface spot on. The wolf's howl in the darkness at night, coming from some distance. It's a little scary. It's unnerving.
I guess Blair Witch Project.
Oh.
Have you watched that movie?
It's like a 30-year-old movie at this point. I wouldn't call that current.
Please don't say that. You just aged me. Oh my God.
I never watched it. I never watched the
I
It's
haven't
pretty
either.
good.
It was,
it's-
it was good
You
for
will
a
either
time.
love it or hate it. I don't know.
Ken will hate it because it's shaky camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I,
You don't
I
like
really
that.
hate it because they show a lot of mucus in that movie, and I'm not a huge
don't.
fan of
I don't
mucus.
show anything in that movie.
They're always showing that up nose shot, and the young lady's crying, and she's got snot
Oh,
on her
well,
face.
sure.
He doesn't
Yeah.
like humanity kind of stuff. He doesn't like anything personal.
It's just certain bodily fluids that need to stay out of
And that
No
Be
more movies.
Kind, Love All says, I think the horror genre has evolved beyond simple monsters and more towards concepts. I think that's
Yeah.
spot on.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I feel like I'd be terrified if a vampire was standing right in front of me. I'd be like,
Well, it depends.
that's
Well,
not.
now
For
they,
a vampire.
especially if they have fear on going on, they have
What do you mean it
feelability going
depends
on.
on a vampire? I don't know. It's like just a dude trying to eat me. That's kind of scary.
He says it's such a deadpan thing.
I
Yeah,
know.
this dude, he's cutting my liver out and eating it. It's,
I will
kinda
die
fucking
soon.
Scary, bro.
I'm a little upset and somewhat frightened by that, but
It's like cannibals.
but I'm dealing with it.
It's fucking scary, bro. I don't want to get
Working
eaten by
through
a
it.
fucking cannibal.
I was
Yeah, I'm doing some yoga. You know, it's helping out. Stretching.
I was aged when I realized Gen Z kids call the 90s the late 20th century. That is terrifying to think about it.
Yeah.
God bless.
Okay, so wait, what then would be a horror movie or something that would fall in that space? Because the only thing that I would say that I watch, but it's not horror. I don't know. Is it robots, AI, any of those, that genre? And
It's
then
to elicit terror. I think it's more concepts. It's like being alone, the passage of time,
yeah.
like being the odd man out. I think is a big one. Like
Breaking your glasses.
Oh, okay.
you're the only one in the whole world who like knows the truth,
Right.
and no one believes you, and they think you're crazy, and they institutionalize you. That kind of stuff.
So what would be a good movie that reflects that?
Shut up.
Shutter
Oh,
Island,
Shutter Island. Yeah, no, that's what I really enjoy. I did watch that. Okay.
In the Mouth of Madness.
I've never even.
It's a good one.
DM John's got a question. I want to interrupt you guys.
yes,
real quick. When is the Zygag initiative starting?
What?
We're rolling for initiative right now. I got a D20.
I think he's asking when's the Kickstarter going to start for Zygag?
I got a
think
pair.
it's-
I know. That's,
Chuck, I think I told you yesterday. I believe it is March 4th, and I told Chuck March 3rd. I think it's the 4th of March.
Well,
we
that's
got-
a Tuesday.
Yes,
Okay.
I believe it.
Then I will
but
make
need
that
to double
amendment.
check. Yes, I need to double check, but it's either the 3rd or the 4th. We've locked that in.
Right.
We're going through Banker Kit. They've begun rolling out their ad campaign. So in about 2 weeks, and you'll start seeing more and more
There's
information flooding out as we yammer about it.
There's a link right there if you want to follow along. Right there, it just popped up. Okay, thanks. Continue your discussion about the Terra.
I'm looking now at a few movies, so I'm going to go through this. A Quiet
that?
Place.
Oh,
Was-
Quiet Place is great. It's great.
Okay, I'm going to go through and I'm going to say the ones that I've seen, and I'm just going to give a 1 or 10 stars.
Why are we doing this?
This movie rating.
Oh God.
It
This
follows.
is a segment. This is a segment we like to do.
Yeah, It Follows, 1 star. Babadook, 1 star. 28 Days Later, 1 star. Midsummer, 1 star.
You didn't like 28 Days Later?
Look, Green Room, 1 star. Okay, The Conjuring, 1 star. Quiet Place, 1 star. The Witch, 10 stars, but not terrifying at all.
All right. Next question up is from Unknown Scholar. How many books will be in Zygig? Just trying to budget for the Kickstarter.
Minimally 2, possibly 3. We just have to make, and Davis and I'll sit down tomorrow and discuss this. We have to make a final determination whether we're going to include levels 1 through 5 of the dungeons in this Kickstarter, and I believe that we are going to, but we got to make certain on that.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's the ridiculousness of it.
Huh?
It's
What?
okay. So wait, is
How many books?
a quiet place the one where you had to be quiet or the monsters come and got you?
Right. Right.
Okay, this is a ridiculous concept.
The only thing that bothered me about
Well,
it,
yeah, because you don't
Why
know
did
how to
it
shut
take-
up.
why did
Have you seen the
why
new
did
one?
it take them, why did it take them so long to figure out that a monster that hunts by hearing only and is super sensitive to noise, that a loud noise might actually affect the monster?
I know. First thing I would think, okay, I'm going to take a freaking firecracker and throw over there.
Symbols and walk around.
Have you seen the latest one, the prequel as it is?
I did.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I always like watching a movie that's like some sort of a post-apocalyptic thing, and then you get to watch the part where it shows it all fall apart. You know?
I actually like the falling apart better than
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love the initial start of an apocalypse.
Right. We're
Watch
watching something right
Nosferatu.
now called
Fun
11.
for the whole family. Bring your kids.
Yeah, there's a
That
show.
sounds weird to watch.
Bring grandma. She's gonna love it.
There's
I
a
did
show.
not actually watch the recent one. I want to watch it.
We're watching a
Uh,
show
it's-
right now called 11.
really-
What the hell is it called? It's post-apocalyptic. It starts off. It's interesting. It starts off in the present, and then it goes to the back, to far back to what caused it, and then it goes forward to where the girl is actually older. So you've got 3 different time periods going on. It's
How
very
do we
good.
only ever talk about movies?
I don't
Okay,
know.
we'll
Well,
talk
this is a
about
show.
movies.
Awesome. Movies are the visual representation of what we play out at the table.
Oh,
They are.
there's a
All
quote.
right, Jeremy, it's on you. What's our topic?
Topic today
It's words.
is
Carhartt.
our topic today is when you have to go turn in schematics to some guy in a field and it's snowing and he's not there and you have to stand in the snow for an hour waiting for him to show up because he was on a lunch break.
That sounds like a scene from a Coen Brothers movie.
That sounds like a scene
No, that
from
happened to me today.
Jeremy's life. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was a prank. It was a Midwestern prank.
Let's see. Kurt Bennett says one thing that comes to horror is that it's only going to appeal to certain people. Most people already can't handle the fact that they're mostly powerless in the day-to-day life. Once you put it in an RPG, they dislike it even more. In horror, the monsters are bigger, meaner, and more importantly, intelligent. And heroes are mostly reduced to just being regular people trying to survive. I can see that. Davis. Savage Splendor says you need to watch A Field in England for a good historical horror movie.
Get a
Field
plane
in
ticket,
England.
fly to England, and stare at a field.
It's a guy who's staying there. It's a snowbound field. He's waiting to give some schematics off to somebody, and he gets horribly murdered by a bunch of monsters they can't hear.
That's a good little short movie, like a little YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy standing there gets murdered.
Oh, wait. Have I seen this?
No.
I don't know, but I was very upset the fact that the Hidden Valley, you can only watch it on YouTube.
It's a good movie, though.
I know, and I finally got her convinced into
No,
watching
I
it,
have
even
not.
though it's on YouTube. She's very wary of YouTube movies with me.
Why?
Because I usually watch a bunch of crap on there.
Good.
So, the last thing I watched on
You
there.
watch Fire?
The last thing I
You
watched.
can watch
was
all of Fire and Ice on YouTube.
Can you?
Yeah.
Wow.
It does not hold up. It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime. Awesome.
Oh, there you go. Look it up and see what it is.
That will be okay. I will watch that tonight as soon as the stream's over. What?
I know Jeremy doesn't want to talk about movies, but I got a small thing that'll shake everybody that's my age and Chuck age.
Right.
So I finally convinced my 2 sons, Wilson and Pete, to watch Wizard. So we sat down and we watched Wizard. Now they liked the movie well enough, but after it was over, after it was over,
Oh yeah, I
Pete
want to
said-
ask you about that.
Pete goes, "Why didn't they use any wizardry in this movie?" And I got to thinking, there was no wizardry in that movie. And then the one guy, the little elf guy, and I hadn't watched it in years, but the elf guy that's traveling with
Yeah.
the main wizard, all he does from opening credits to end is get his ass kicked every time. He just gets defeated and captured like 5 times.
Yeah.
He never does anything to get beat up. That's all he does.
But he keeps going. He keeps going like a good trooper.
Let's see some more comments. Alan Rose says a left field suggestion: Raising Cain with John Lithgow. It's a great thriller. Question from Wiley Hobbit: If a Hobbit,
Raising Cain.
yes, it was Raising Cain with John Lithgow. Question is: if a Hobbit was thinking about writing some adventures in the arid setting for CNC under the license rules and seeking approval to do so for commercial sale, what region of arid would the Troll Lords most like to see the adventures located? And what region would the Lords
The
least
frozen
like to
salt
see?
flats.
Yeah, if you could put it all in the Darkenfold, that would be great. It needs some updating. No.
Really, wherever you want.
The Bridge of Ursel. That would be sick.
The Darkenfold's got a lot of adventures. The new Aenoch's got a lot of adventures, and then the rest are kind of scattered. So wherever you want to, the Bridge of Ursel would be very cool.
The
Wherever
Bridge
you
of
want.
Ursel would be so cool.
Augsburg would be good.
It's a cool
that one
bridge.
sucks.
I love the
Yep.
fact that you know about that too, Dakota. That's awesome.
Well, that's where my wizard power is. is on the
I know
table.
it's killer though. You can. It's just I don't know. It's great.
And then Pete blew it up.
That's
He
son of a.
didn't blow it up.
He blew it up.
He flooded it.
Oh wow! Omega says that Warner Brothers just released a bunch of free
With
movies
a
on
portal.
YouTube, including the D&D 2000 movie.
Oh, interesting. I guess I'm gonna have to subscribe.
I did the last time.
I'm just tired of subscribing to stuff.
I'm not going to subscribe to anything ever again.
I'm
done.
not going to download one of those things that tells you what you subscribe to, because if I do, I'll have a heart attack probably.
Dude, I'm actually going to unsubscribe to Netflix because I think they're bumping it up to $33, and it's not that I'm opposed to spending $33 for it.
I don't use.
Well, there's so many. You never watch Netflix.
I don't even
remember
watch
last time
it.
I opened Netflix.
I don't watch it no more. I had it for free with my daughter, and then they changed that rule, so it's out.
Yeah,
But luckily, there's 15 others you can pick from. So
None of them.
Like Disney, how's it going?
wait, why are you paying $33, Davis,
Commander Pete, but Davis's might be 33. I don't know.
for Netflix?
Yeah, mine is $24.99 now.
Are you shitting me? Wow. I'm glad I ain't paying for it no more. That's crazy. Hey, Mike.
And if it weren't for the fact that Netflix had access to some good foreign movies, I would never watch it.
Yeah,
I think
I get it.
Hulu has.
I would just go Google 18th century pirates, the movie. You should just. I was trying not to get us in trouble with pirates movies. What I'm saying, just go pirate it. I was trying not to get us in trouble because that's illegal, but
Oh, Dakota. It's hard to fight your nature. I get it.
Not endorse pirating movies.
every fourth word. Yes, 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 pirate. Yes, 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 yes.
So Agile Monk is giving out a couple of shout outs. One is to Dakota for his fine handling of the shipping department. He is thankful for that. He's placed 522 orders in the last month, and he's appreciative that you got them all out to him.
Hey, Dakota, just so you know, in the future, when you get kidnapped and you're a prisoner somewhere and they put you on TV and you're trying to give us Morse code and hints as to where you are, we will have no fucking idea.
Oh, gosh.
I do know more.
Second shout out is for Jeremy, who's brought the Troll Lord Patreon back to life with great material and support. Thank you, Jeremy. I love Patreon.
Good job, Jeremy. You did wonderful. We appreciate you very much from right here in our hearts.
Yellowbeard's a great movie. I can't argue that.
I have an Olive Garden breadstick.
Stagger, crawl, Omega Gambit. You know the truth of it.
Yeah, he did. That's a great movie.
Jeremy wants to talk about a rule.
Who?
He does? A rule about breadsticks at the table when we're streaming? Is that what we're talking about?
How about shopping?
I love that.
When Davis and I are going to, what were we going to do? Infomercials. Davis and I are going to start doing infomercials late at night.
I think that would be weird.
You know what's terrifying? What's terrifying if even 10% of all this crazy shit I've heard for the last year ever was to come true, that's what's terrifying. Can you imagine?
The company would be down the tubes.
The only reason it doesn't happen is because Kent and I are on opposite schedules. I get up between 1 and 2 in the morning.
Well, make you
and
get up.
I'll be asleep within an hour.
Just
And
call it.
ironically, I go to bed about 1 o'clock at night is when I hit. And
Davis-
I get up at 7, but I go to bed at 1.
Just call your brother and get him out of bed. He'll get up. He'll help you. He doesn't care.
No, Davis doesn't get up.
No, I told him to call you and get you up.
I'll get up, but I don't have a phone in my room anymore. I don't, I just leave the phone up front. There's no phone in my room.
Do you really?
Yep. There's no phone. There's no getting a hold of me once I go in. When I close that door, there's no getting a hold of me.
And I thought you just hated me all these times I sent you messages at night. Oh, okay. That makes sense now.
You guys got to really re-understand the way the world needs to be. You need to be part of your house needs to be blacked out from the whole rest of the world. Like nothing, no access to anything outside that area.
Just a black hole, right?
Yes, a black hole. No information. No one can get a hold of you. You can't get out. You're stuck. There's cement blocks falling on you.
Wait,
Gold being
whoa.
poured down your throat.
That turned deadly there at the end. I was with you until the death part.
Davis Jim Kenny's there. Preach.
I can't. I wish to God I could afford to get some nice blackout shutters in my room. That would be brilliant.
Oh, they're great.
Because as soon
I've
as the
got some
sun comes
automatic
up,
ones. I
Do
click
you
a
really?
button and they go.
do you really?
Oh no!
Damn it!
Here's a cheap way to do it. This is the way I do it, Chuck.
What, trash
I
bag?
take black spray paint. I spray paint everything black. Windows, everything.
My
Light
wife would
bulbs,
love that.
spray 'em
That'd
black.
be great.
Look like a meth house.
I ended up getting divorced like 1 week later thanks to Davis. Fantastic.
Paper mache some newspapers on the windows too.
That's for sure, Manfred.
Oh my God.
All right, wait. How many of you guys, how many people have been in the situation where they put foil on their windows?
I have not put foil on my windows in many
I've
years,
worked.
but I have definitely put
I knew you
foil
did.
on my windows.
Why would you put foil on your windows? I want to ask.
2 reasons. One, it makes it very dark, but it also reflects the sun, so that keeps the room a little bit cooler inside.
Man, you Southern people really know a lot about things. It's crazy.
Right.
Plus, when you're dirt poor and you don't have any money, you got to do what you got to do.
There's that too. What's up, Rob? How are you, buddy?
Wait a minute. Aluminum foil is expensive.
No, it's not. You get 1,000 miles on it. You only
Not
put
when you
59
work, not
cents.
when you work in
People
a
are
hamburger
blind.
joint for the closing shift. It's not expensive at all.
Oh yeah. It is not really aluminum foil. They're old hamburger wrappers.
People think about you, Scott.
I don't know
Give him a shout out,
today.
too.
Anyway.
Oh, you're
All
welcome.
right, so we have had a busy 2 months,
Mm.
and I'm sure that my brother has some updates for you.
Is it February already?
In February.
Christ.
If chat wants, I can do a quick rundown.
No. That's it. I don't know. I don't want to hear it.
That's what I thought
Does
of,
anyone
John.
already? You know, well, we have been busy, so we have actually produced a lot in the last.
Yes, we have.
Yes. So just to let everyone know, we're getting a lot of that stuff from our desk from last year off of our desk
Yes, it's very
in these
nice.
past few months. Where are we at on Exaltum? I had a question on that the other day. Exaltum and Infernum.
You might as well just
So-
go down the list, dude. You know what?
No. Just Exaltum and Infernum.
So Exaltum, Jason's got, I think he's got like 10, maybe 15 monsters left to do. Each of those monsters needs statted and experience down, which Jeremy and I will do. It won't take very long.
Damn it.
And then the art on Exaltum, we've got 9, maybe 12 or 13 pieces in, so probably another 30 or 40 to go. So that's still kind of dragging a little bit. Got Zoe, literally during this chat, Zoe has finally got her Skype working again, so I'm dumping files on Zoe, and so she can get back on
Oh,
that.
good.
Oh,
so
that's
Infernum is
wonderful.
Moving again. Yeah, the art. Now we brought in another artist on Infernum too, right? Jeremy, one of you
Yeah,
guys is
he's
working on
he's
it.
doing 4 pieces.
Yes,
He's got 1 fully rendered, just needs to be colored. He's got 3 more that should be not far behind it.
Yeah, that should leave with the 4 I just dropped on her. That should only leave like 6, I think, in the
I
middle
know
or something. I
exactly.
can't remember. It's not too many.
That-
So Infernum should be done relatively soon, and Exaltum not far after that. I'm hoping that by the end of March, both of those books are print ready. That is the plan.
Yeah.
And get those things rolling out now, which is nice. And the Armory books are at the printers now. Both of the Armory books are at the printers. Benita's Canopy Green is at the printers. Crusader 28, the inside cover ad was finalized and it's done. That means the magazine's done. I'll put the PDF together tomorrow. I'll send it to Chuck to send out the backers. And then the cover goes to Hortons to get printed. So next week, late next week, Dakota will start printing the Crusader. So we'll have that knocked down of the way. He's
Got
racking
all these
up.
done.
Yeah, that's the 101. That's called the Role Players Vault. That's finished.
Is
He's
the
got all-
the Crusader going to be perfect bound or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be perfect.
No, it's going to be imperfectly bound.
imperfectly.
I just the
Yeah,
I know what you're
staple
saying.
spine, you know.
Yeah.
We no longer have the capacity to do saddle stitch in our print shop.
Oh,
I
it's a
dismantled
shame.
that years ago. Let's see. So that's 2. The Hermit's done. We ship. Well, everything's boxed up for those people that are overseas, not Canada, not in North America. Everyone not in North America, your Hermit stuff is shipping on Tuesday. It'll be air freight from Tuesday to the United Kingdom. So it's Thursday next, and then they'll start shipping that out to all the backers, closing down the Hermit completely. And Reforged is only waiting for Beneath the Canopy Green to get back from the screen, the printers, which should be in about 4 to 5 weeks, give or take. I think it's supposed to land on the 21st here, Dakota, as we are leaving for Gary Con. I think Beneath the Canopy Green arrives here. And then when Dakota and I get back, we'll ship the rest of those things out with the Crusade of Blah, and that'll close that Kickstarter out, leaving us only the World Builders Archive. And the World Builders Archive it's dragging a little bit. Jason is not able to finish these covers as fast as he had hoped, but he's on cover 5 now.
What about the Barsoom book?
The Barsoom booklet,
Hey.
Davis has finished it. I've done my first pass rewriting, and I'm going to do another pass tomorrow. Hopefully, I should be able to get that done tomorrow.
I give everybody a
And it's done and ready to go. Cover's ready to go, and we'll begin the actual.
Because that's part of the Hermit, right?
No, it's part of the Reforged.
Yeah, Ken said I wrote it really boringly.
There's the cover if you wanted to look at it. It's pretty nice.
I cut your first like 2 pages were just cut completely because it was just this essay on why you like Edgar Rice Burroughs. So I just cut it. I cut it all out. I felt you were word padding, so.
No, I didn't know what to say, so I was just like, "This is what I like." And then, okay, but speaking of word padding, I actually try not to do that. And Jeremy, when I went back over Jeremy's text, how much of your text did I like? Once you get into it, it made me really. Anyway, I want to get back on topic because I had somewhere else.
This is the topic. This is the topic.
So
wait. I had something to say. Anyway, go ahead. I'll find. It'll come back around.
So the introductory Barsoom will ship also with that Reforged stuff, and I'm hoping that.
Oh no! The essay I sent you this morning, Kit. How did?
This morning, I didn't see an essay.
You sent me something last night and said, "Finish this right away. I need it in 5 minutes." And 24 hours later, I sent it to you.
Oh, wait. So it actually, Agile Monkey, it was your buddy who put the video out today, the YouTube video out today, one Daddy Roll one or something.
Daddy roll one.
yeah,
Daddy roll.
So that guy sent over a bunch of questions to Grace, and Grace forwarded them to me, and I answered most of them except the one that said, Davis and Mac, what inspired you to create Castles of Six? So I had it all done. Grace needed it, so I sent it to Davis at like 10, and I said, hey, just answer question number 1, get it back to me so we can wrap this up. He didn't get it to me till like 3 in the afternoon or some shit, and it was almost a page long that he had rambled on about, which is great. So that's all good for that. It's filed away, but anyway, so Barsoom, it'll be done too. It'll ship with that stuff. World Builder Archive, like I said, dragging a little bit, but we should catch up on that fairly quickly. And Engineering Villages should be out Wednesday. The aired world map will be back in stock tomorrow. What else we got floating? There's another one. The Castle of Spires, the novel I wrote, that'll be out 2 weeks from now, or maybe just before. Whatever. Cover landed for that.
Did you have time to do that?
Yeah. So this is one we're re-releasing out some time ago. I am actually next week. I'm not going to talk to any of you sons of bitches very much because I'm going to finish the Ava and Uric stuff. I'm going to be writing a lot next week because I want to wrap that thing up and get that done. So the next 3 weeks up leading into GaryCon is going to be crazy busy with lots of stuff coming out, which will be great. And the real hope is to have, and this is what I know a lot of you guys are interested in because you just placed an order for it in the last 24 hours, the starter set. Jeremy's doing his final pass now. The covers are done. We purchased those from Justin Gerard. So those are done. The cover's done. It's really just getting the box done. So we're hoping the next 4 weeks that starter kit is shipping as well.
Is that the cover's that one that you posted on Instagram, right?
I don't know what Grace put on Instagram, but it's 4 dudes.
Is it four dudes on a ledge?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
That's great piece. Hey, I have a quick question. The when is GaryCon?
21st.
Tomorrow.
and you've got
21st of March.
you've got 2 events there. So don't.
Is it the week of the 21st?
Yes.
Actually, 3.
In March.
David, in March.
Okay.
Davis, are we doing the same thing that we did last year? Am I going to come grab you in your car and we go together, or how's that going to work?
No, you're driving with me.
Oh, I'm
We gotta
driving
be
with you.
there.
Okay.
We gotta be there on the 19th, right?
Yeah, we'll be there Tuesday or Wednesday. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Wednesday is the 19th.
Wednesday, yeah.
I have no idea how I'm getting up or what I'm doing.
We're going to leave Little Rock and pick you up on the 18th, and then we're going to drive on.
Oh, yeah, that's the reason we did that last year is because you went to that Founders Legend.
Right.
Is not doing it this year. So.
Is that not happening this year?
It's different, smaller this year. It's not the 50th.
Wait, I have a couple of things I'm doing.
Yes,
Okay.
Davis. You have 2 games that you're running.
Did I agree to
I,
that?
I love this. Every year we do this. Every year. It's great. I wait for it. I always wait for it.
Did I agree to that?
Poor Chuck always gets the brunt of that from me and Davis.
It's all right. The good news is I always make sure that I ask permission first and make sure I get yes and all that. Remember the one you wanted to do? It was like 15 people. You don't remember that? I got a couple of questions here I need to answer real quick. Kenny Yeager asks, do I just email product support if I need to change my address on the order? Yes. If you do that, Grace will get a hold of me and I will go in the back end and I will change your email wherever we need to, Kenny.
Hey, speaking of which, this came up.
Hold on.
What?
That question came in like 40 minutes ago, which
Yeah.
means we're way behind.
Oh, okay, let's hit some questions real quick.
Okay. DM John asked, why? You're going to love this, Steve. Why didn't you put the hermit name on the spine of the slipcase?
Because you shouldn't put the spine out on your bookshelves. When you put the slipcase in, the spine should go in. So there's no particular reason to put it on the spine. You should always have your book, the open end of the slipcase facing out on your bookshelf.
Like this.
Yes, just like that.
Yes, and yes, my brother's a stickler for those little scrivener things.
What? I'm confused about something.
He gave me a 30-minute lecture on slipcase.
Never put your spine, never put the closed end of a slipcase on
of the slipcase. You didn't say the slipcase part. That confused me.
Then you have
Gotcha.
to pull the slipcase out to pull your book out, and that disturbs your shelf. Turn it around, facing open.
In fact, it's going to be a prerequisite from now on.
So,
Anyone
John,
who purchases from us is going to have to sign a waiver and a legal document saying that they will not put their stuff in incorrectly.
so what this boils down to, John, is we have a bibliophile at the head of the bus here driving. So that's what's going on. I'm like you, John. I turn mine around the normal way. So.
Shoot them out. Next question. Yes or no?
Let's see. Next question is going to be, we're caught up until I find the ones I missed. There it is. Shadow King from YouTube. He was asking about war mounts. Is it done?
Yes, it's done and waiting for its 2 buddies to get back from. You should have already gotten the PDF. Chuck sent those out months ago. It's just waiting for its 2 buddies to arrive from the printer.
So it's probably got. I actually probably haven't sent the final PDFs.
Is War Mounts is that going to be a hardcover?
No, it's softcover. You're doing it.
You shouldn't have asked. That's more work for you now.
Well, that's why it confused me. He said when his buddies get back, and I was like, that means.
Well, you're gonna have to print like 600 booklets here just to fulfill the orders we got for the.
I had to print
starter
800
kit.
of these, just these.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
did we?
got stacked up on his shelf about 3,000 books he's got to print.
Yeah, the
Well,
binder just hit 20,000 books the other day.
Speaking of that, I got a question for you. This is probably not the place or time, but I'm going to do it because I've been trying to ask this question for like 2 weeks. Keep forgetting.
Okay, wait.
Wait,
Next
Davis,
question.
let Chuck finish.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to wait along with him. I thought I'm getting ganged up here. Did we ship that pallet? We shipped those pallets to Gary Con.
What pallets?
No, Chuck, you and I need to talk about that. Absolutely, we have not done that.
Okay, all right, we'll do it tomorrow then.
Yep. All right, ask your next question.
Yeah, go ahead, Davis.
What?
You're up.
He forgot.
What's the
I have
next
no idea.
question, Chuck?
Well, we gotta hurry up here because I gotta get out of here in just a minute. Unfortunately.
Do you have any more questions for us, Chuck?
I do not. We are caught up completely. I think
Oh.
I've gotten everybody.
Somebody ask a question. Oh, there's one.
There's for Dakota.
Dakota, do you need a heater in the print shop?
Yeah, it's cold, dude.
You've got a heater. It's behind you. You can turn it on.
Oh yeah, I probably should turn it on. It's fucking freezing out here, dude.
There's a lot of new things. Listen, you guys, sounds
Yeah,
like a lot.
40
It's coming
degrees
out.
in here.
Yeah,
You
So
should
is
turn
it
the
really?
heater
So Odd
Yeah,
Man
in
One
my
wants to
fridge,
know: is there really that much stuff coming out down the pipeline? Is there really that much?
Yes, it is. It is. Just to let everyone know, so if I can remember these off the top of my head. We got Crusader number 28. We got the Role Player's Vault. We got Beneath the Canopy Green. We got the Beneath the Canopy Green Screens. We've got the Barsoom, Introductory to Barsoom. We got the Adventurous Armory, the Monstrous Armory, War Mounts, Engineering Villages, Castle of Spires, and then that caps kind of what we're working immediately on. And then there's the starter kit. There's 10 books from the Gygaxian Fantasy World series. And I think that's it.
Infernum Exaltum.
Infernum and Exaltum. Yeah, I forgot those two.
And that's not even counting on what's on the list. You know, all the other crap that we want to get to eventually.
I'm buying a hat press and I'm going to start selling hats.
Woo 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 woo!
Yeah, really happy. It's absolutely batshit crazy, which is it's nice that we're actually kind of moving some of this.
Hey, Jeremy, what are you working on after the starter kit?
That stupid book of magic animal friends.
His new full-time position.
Mystical Companions is what he's working on.
Yeah.
That wondrous resource for players.
He loves it.
Hey. Look, I've said worse things on this show, all right?
Yeah, I'd like to get these projects. That one, and a few others.
There are guilds and orders, Davis.
Yeah.
You had the same visceral reaction that Jeremy did. Mystical Companions.
I was going to have
I just want to say, wait. I just want to say that every time I give Jeremy and Davis something to do, they're like, this is fucking right. I don't know what it is.
I was going to make a suggestion, Jeremy, that
I'd love to hear it.
If you do a guild, I'll do a magical animal.
I'm tempted to take you up on that,
David.
but I know that what I would get in return would just be like, you want, I don't care.
Spider dude.
David,
What?
you should just call Rachel.
Oh, we've already got. She did half of the book already.
Yeah, she did like 100.
I know, but you should just call her and have her talk, and then you just type whatever she
Yeah,
says.
just type whatever she says. That would work.
No, these are guilds. So what Rachel did, and these are really, really cool. She took historical guilds and gave them sort of a face over for a fantasy setting, but these were actual real guilds that existed during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance.
Gong Farmers Guild, Mendicants Guild.
Yeah, that's what she did. She did a lot of those things. Stonemasons, all kinds of stuff. Because the intent, and when I pitched the idea, I wanted it to be about 60% real life guilds. In my game, in my Thursday game, the Stonemasons Guild is one of the major opponents that the party has to fight all the time. So, and as this kind of evolved, in my game, I thought this would be really cool. If you read about medieval guilds, especially Davis, about the 1300s,
Yeah.
they were not guilds like you think about guilds.
They were like the mafia, right?
Looks like Renaissance Italian merchant guilds. Were
Like gangs of New York.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And in your Sunday night game, we have paid the Stonemasons Guild millions of gold.
That is true. Yes.
Yeah, so we're
So
funding
the idea was
game.
60% real guilds, and then the rest, thieves guilds, wizards guilds, whatever. Dock workers of Hardby. Yes, Lord Gazumba. Absolutely. Jay gets it.
Here, I'll read off a few of those. The Coastal Fishermen's Guild, the Society for Rope Makers, the Guild for Locksmiths, the Company of Pages, the Cookery Guild, the Caravaner Guild, the Bowyers Guild, Company of Bargemen, the Barber Surgeons Guild, Order of Armor, just like that. Those are some of the historical guilds.
So this is funnier than shit. So Manfred von Beck just said the Lamplighters Guild. Nobody can light a street without being a member. So what's really funny about that?
It's hilarious. That's hilarious.
So Mel is doing. Is it Chibi? Is that the right word? Chibi.
Yeah,
Chibi?
Chibi, you got it.
Chibi. So Mel is doing this Chibi. Castle says Chibi Force. It's very cool. We're on the 3rd episode, and in it, what I really wanted was their guild to be. When the acronym of the guild is TLG. So Davis and I were just throwing, I don't know what, about 100 of these stupid TLG things together. to see what we could come up with. And Davis came up with the Lamplighters Guild, and that we went. So the Lamplighters Guild is actually in the Chibi stuff, and that's going to be the name of that Chibi, the Lamplighters Guild. Castle's Chase, the Lamplighters
That's
Guild.
funny.
It's kind of cool, Manfred. Great minds, great minds.
And it's funny too because I've already got scenarios for it because they're really bad at being lamplighters. They're freaking horrible at it at their job, and they only do it when they run out of money. You know, like okay, we can go do some lamplighting for a little while. Anyway,
Let's see. Got a couple last questions, and I'm going to do the giveaways, and we're going to get out of here before my wife comes after me. The Omega Gamut says, question, how about neophyte kit for CNC instead of starter kit?
Here we go again.
Oh, God, don't get it started.
No.
I even wanted Newt. I said the Newt's kit, the Newt's guy.
Jeremy, we left you out of those conversations.
Bravon Darkstill asks, question, can we talk more at GaryCon about a map function that details module locations and updated editions like Gaxmore and Altamira?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
That needs to be done.
Yes, I want it badly. So,
What?
all right, I'm going to switch this over here, and I'm going to do the giveaways. I don't need that right now. I'm not reading anything important. Let's see.
That just gave me a great idea where you're going to giveaways. I'm going to get with Monica. You know, we have that retailer locator.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have her do that, swap it with the World of Air, and then we can do a module locator.
That would
Okay.
work. That would absolutely work.
A module?
A what?
So people
There'll
can
be like
know where
40 of them like right here, and then all the rest will be
They're all in the dark and full.
yeah.
So it'd be kind of like a World Anthem in a way. But I know what you're saying.
Oh, I
Moving
see
that
what you're
around.
saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
All right.
I
Anyway,
want
let me get over here and get
again
this done. All right. I'm gonna.
a
If
folio.
you're not in the raffle, go ahead and hop in. If you're listening somewhere else, want to get in real quick, just come over and give us a
them
follow.
few
at
minutes.
Twitch.tv/TrollerGames and ! Raffle, and we'll get you in.
Yeah, I bought secondhand a one of the Greyhawk folio maps, the original folio,
Uh-huh.
and whoever originally owned it put in the locations for all of the AD&D adventure modules that take place in Greyhawk. So I was like, oh, that's
TLG
where
Dakota.
this Giant's adventure takes place. Both the Drow and all these. It was really cool. I don't know how he figured out where all that stuff was, but he
Dude,
did.
we could do that for the AD&D modules too.
Okay, nice.
If you're going to play G1, where would it be in Eric?
What's the new account, isn't it?
And you do that. I mean, I guess there's nothing to stop you from saying G1, you know.
Yeah, surely we could do something like that.
Oh, you thought I was going to do it.
The steading. Is it what they call the steading?
Setting of the Hill Giant Chief,
So we just call
Glacial
it
Rift of the Frost
What
Giant
it-
Jarl, and
Yeah, the hill giant.
something about a
steading.
fire giant thing.
All right, I'm gonna close these out. Okay, let's see who we
I
got
what the
here.
fire giant one is called.
I know. It was the whole point, Commander Pete. I'm not going to take y'all's raffle from you, bro.
All right, first winner. This is for a $15 code off the store. A link will pop up to our Discord. You can just join our Discord and ask Obsidian Risk, our main code keeper over there. You can just DM him or tag him or whichever you like. First winner is Keith Jr. 42. I seen you out there earlier, Keith. There you go. Congrats, buddy. Congrats. Next winner for also another $15
Congratulations.
will be Death's Angel Shadow, who was here first today, lurking in the shadows.
I don't have a copy of that handy, but I do have Bloodstone.
Bloodstone.
And the last but not least is for the $25. And here we go. Bam! Odd one man. Congrats, brother. You've got the $25.
One man.
Very nice. Very nice. Just hit up Obsidian Risk. I think you're in our Discord, so I think you've won before. So, yeah. Congrats. That is awesome. That tickles me pink. All right, I'm going to get us set up for a raid. We're going to raid into Phantom, New Jersey. And
Let's go.
we'll get out of here.
Dakota, that was dumb.
Well,
He's just sitting there.
I'm just sitting there.
You need to turn that heater on before you leave.
All right,
that
we're going to raid into
shop.
Rob. Rob's Phantom, New Jersey. He was hanging in the chat earlier. He runs CNC. He's quite the emissary for our game. He's a great guy.
I'm an imbecile.
Go give him a follow if you can. If you've not followed him already, he loves to talk about RPGs like we do. Great guy. And I'm going to get this raid started. Any last words from the rest of the Troll Lords here?
Thank you all for showing up today.
And answers.
Coke is better than Dr. Pepper.
Oh, you've screwed the pooch now, buddy. You've screwed
Oh,
the pooch.
There's a pet shop opening today.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Willie's reminding me. I do have a stream in the morning. Thank you, Willie.
Oh yeah, you do.
Foiled again by the Willie the Rat.
Canceled.
Yeah, so I will be
Hey,
back on in the morning, guys.
everybody, there's an opening in the print shop as of about 2 minutes ago.
Hey, I'll do it for the gas.
Mexico's great, Mike. I love
You're
it.
gonna have to print like 600 starter kits, so get working.
Get working.
Think carefully.
All right, guys.
600.
Well, listen, we
Not
think
600 yet.
Did I not say that right?
600. Well, like 1,000.
That's right, Tyler.
Why is the raid?
And my oldest brother drinks Pepsi.
I thought I could have sworn I typed that raid in. Am I losing my
I may
mind?
lose my heater.
Is he as militant about Pepsi?
Oh,
as
there was a.
Dr. Pepper?
No,
Oh.
but he drinks Pepsi,
There we
Davis Coke, and me Dr. Pepper. And Nikki, my sister, drinks root beer.
What? I can't believe you allow anyone in your family to.
When we were kids, we were allowed 6. When we lived in Germany, we were allowed 6 Cokes a week. That was it. And we all had our own drinks, so it worked out very well. Though I'm pretty sure Nikki drank everybody's stuff.
Well, yeah, didn't he drink your collectible Dr. Pepper one time?
Well, no, when Dr. Pepper went from the iron can to the aluminum can, they changed their logo, and I kept the last iron can that I had. And my sister went in the room and opened it, drank it, and put an aluminum one in its place. Thought I wouldn't notice.
You knew immediately, didn't you? You were like,
Oh, I knew it's like, but she'd already thrown it away. It was gone. So A&W, Tyler, A&W.
yeah, Rick Montel wants to know if there's an opening for a janitorial position in the print shop. He would gladly check in for that one.
Yes, yes. I will pay you $50
Careful.
a month.
There we go. I was worried.
But
All
you
right,
can
guys.
hang out with me.
We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna raid into Phantom. Give him a follow. He's a great guy. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you so much. And I'll be back in the morning, so come by and see me. I'll be on at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and we'll be talking about whatever. So it's okay, Johnny. You can come see me tomorrow if you want. Not a big deal. All right, guys. Y'all have a great one. We're out. See y'all. And don't forget,